Yeah, today we're coming up with the roadmap. And yeah, first of all, I want to say also welcome in the name of the complete PNZ team for today's the Innovation Day. We wish you from the bottom of our hearts a really healthy and successful year. I think that's very important. And yeah, so it was a very intensive and a very also successful year behind us and last year. And I can say, wide pride, I can say we have a great team, and especially you have great customers and great partners to do all our innovations. And yeah, for this, I want to say thank you again for the opportunity to be with your customer, as with the customers, and to do a lot of nice things. And if you do innovations, you often come up with new things, and sometimes new things are not really working in the way like you expect. So there are some major topics for me today. That's especially, I will start with the roadmap. I will have a look quickly on the roadmap from 2018, what has been achieved. And we are then looking for the 2019. What are the goals? What are the topics? In the last year, in November, we had our strategy meeting, and the next one will be in February. So approximately all 3 months, we come together from the steering team in our company to define what is the next place, what is the next innovation, what is the next things that we should focus on. And yeah, to go deeper, I would like to give you some information about some main topics, for example, the application lifecycle. We had already this presentation from Etienne about this. Then we want to talk a little bit about the digital IMS and quality management system. And this is the reason, it's also very important, the cooperation with the stakeholders. That means with you, with the customers, with the partners, how we work together, what is the cooperation model for this year, and how we can improve so the way that we're working together to come up with wonderful product features. So yeah, great. So yeah, this is the roadmap. First of all, I want to go to the roadmap of the Innovation Days, and I would like if you save perhaps the dates that are on the slide. So we are today at the 24th of January. It's an online session. We plan the next one in March. Then the next one should be in May. We hopefully have wonderful weather again. So it will be the 16th of May. There was a change today from the date. And then we come up in June, in September, and in October again with an on-site meeting. So the plans for this year is clear. We have the 92, we have the 94, we have the 1906, the 98, the 1910, and the 1911. Unfortunately, it was 11. It was not 12, but it's approximately 12. So it's close at the end. So yeah, but the calculation was 11. So mainly today we looked at the new releases, we looked at permission documenting, digitization valid from, and we looked on the DevOps Centum, and now we are coming up with the strategic, the roadmap, what is our focus for this year or for the next year. And there are some ideas and topics that we want to come up in the next Innovation Days. So we will see, there will be some customer sessions. And yeah, the main topic could be in the next 94 and 92 to talk more about the digital IMS and the QMS. And then we want to go definitely in the middle of this year to more into the analytics, the optimization. And at the end of the year, it's the idea to talk a little bit more about special services, the SaaS services, and the task management. So these are mainly the ideas. On the other hand, we also not only have our own events like the Innovation Day, so we are going also to Cologne to the CPO at BPMNO. Then we plan to go to the Control, to the International Trade Fair for Quality Assurance. It's not booked now, but yeah, it's close to, and I'm sure we are going there. Then we come up with the Process Solution Day. It's close to Frankfurt. And at the end of the year, the plan is to go to the BSAG Congress, especially from the SAP environment. So that means the focus is there on the SAP Application Lifecycle. There are also some online events planned with our partners. So one partner is MSG and Hitachi Solutions. So there will be also some online events together with partners. And yeah, we are also part of the BPM Club, and we are still looking now in the next couple of weeks for locations. For the BPM Club, it's very important that it's in the combination with a customer. So we would like to ask you if there is a need, or if you like to do an event together with the BPM Club and us to have a certain BPM topic. That would be great if you can come up to us and get in a contact so that we can plan in a certain location an event. So that's it from the events and from the innovation perspective. Now we're coming up from our topics. No, there's another one, our roadmap, release roadmap for the 2019. And you see all the standard releases, the dates, you see the innovation days again. And yeah, this is the complete plan for the year and with all the dates. So if you have special questions to this, come also up, please, to us. But yeah, that's especially the standard releases. It's close to the standard cloud. Yeah, what is the Symbio roadmap? What is our focus? Let's have a look a little bit into the past. What have we achieved in the last year? And yeah, I would like to say, it was quite a good year. And I think we got a lot of topics that we have planned that you see in green. All the topics are implemented mainly. And yeah, there were some bigger topics and some topics that we had no chance to get integrated and to implement it in the last year, but it's moved to this year or to the new with the new ideas. And yeah, but overall we can say we reached and achieved a lot of topics, and there are additional topics that are not on the roadmap here. You can have a look into the release notes. There are on the website and in the newsletter, there will be more topics that we achieved. So what are the main goals for 2019 and 2020? So the mains are the standard business intelligence. We want to improve more and more the possibilities with an integrated reporting, with integrated standard dashboards, with cost analysis. We already implemented the cost analysis, but it's not reactivated into Symbio right now, but there is a complete cost analysis in Symbio. So this is something. We want to come up with a maturity models that we also integrate in Symbio with the combination of questionnaires and the combination of information that we already have captured inside Symbio. The process mining is still a topic, but the process mining was in the last year also on the roadmap. But we said, okay, first of all, it's more and more important that we have a brilliant interaction between Power BI and Symbio. So Power BI will be part and will be integrated in Symbio and will be interact with Symbio. And that was the reason why we moved this topic to this year to integrate the process mining. And another point is the automated views. We want to enhance the automated views, especially if you look at views like system, like customer journeys, and all the different areas that we combine information. We want to do more and more the automated views, so that you are not that it's easier and faster to show data in another perspective. The next topic is also to say, okay, the integrated external search. So this is, for example, the Elasticsearch is one that we already start to integrate into Symbio, and this is something that we want to offer for all the customers. That at the beginning we started this from a customer perspective to integrate the service, but it's integrated via the REST API. So it gives us the possibility to get more and more a search that gives you a lot of different angles and a lot of different views. So this is very important, and with Power BI, we have the possibility to use Power BI as well as a complete analytics tool. So at the end, you will see also the enhanced connected service, like a Cosmos database. It's a little bit a technical word, but Cosmos database is from Azure, from Microsoft. It gives you the opportunity to do a lot of nice analytics with your data. So it's very important. You captured a lot of data, and now you want to analyze the data. You want to get information out of it. You want to have different angles on the data. So that will be one of the big five or big four topics that we are focusing on. The next one is a digital EMS, QMS. So for us, it's a very important thing because also from a perspective of the application lifecycle, the development, it's like the DevOps is also for us. We think about when we talk about DevOps, it's the same like in a digital IMS. So we have the continuous improvement process. And it's very important to get more and more the employees into the collaboration with the system, with the IMS. So we will enhance definitely the global IMS functions, but also the employee workflows. For example, a confirmation workflow. If you have a new regulation, a new procedure, you want to know that the people have looked on it, are trained on the procedure, and they commit that they understood what is the change. So that means this is very important. And another point is also training and learning management systems are a very, very important point in the IMS. So also this is something that we are focusing to have a collaboration also with learning management systems. At the end, it's also very important that we can track better and more a task board, that we have a task board for the task collaboration. That means it's not only in Symbio, it could be also a tool like Jira, but we can collaborate with Jira, and we have all the tasks, the personal tasks in Symbio, and we can change a status in Symbio and it will be transferred to Jira, or we can change a status in Jira and it will be transferred to Symbio, or you run only your task board in Symbio. That's all what we want to do. So that means we can run more and more the operational, the optimization projects in Symbio, and especially to support the IMS business, the daily business. On the other hand, we believe that the digital application lifecycle is a very, very important point. At the moment, we are developing the SAP Soulman interface next. I think there are brilliant ideas to come up with an interface, with a special interface that it's not really in the market at the moment. So that we are more flexible to work with best practice content, with sub best practice content in the collaboration with your complete in process architecture. And on the other hand, there's a Jira integration. Etienne also already talked about. We're developing at the moment, and it's perhaps released at the end of February, the Jira interface. And the next point is also Azure DevOps integration that goes more in the Microsoft area. So this is also working together with our partner to develop more and more an integrated digital application lifecycle. That means also digital agile specification. So we want to get rid of the documents. That's also the reason why we integrated the digital documents to get more and more the knowledge snippets, and to leave the original written documents in Word and get it more and more into the tool and generating documents if it's still necessary. But the idea is to have the specification completely in the system. So the next point is the process test integration. I'm not sure if we come up with that in this year. It could be also in the beginning of next year, but the idea is the complete life cycle to have the collaboration. Also, we will go for a new Enable Now interface based on the REST API, based on all the ideas that comes up also from the solution manager. And with that goes also the point of process mining, ERP reporting. And at the end, also, this is necessary to have a holistic method. And this is something that we are integrating at the moment in 92, the first version, to be more Archimate from an Archimate methodology. So the last point is also, we also believe that we should enhance and connect services. There are brilliant services in the market. And so that means we are getting more and more in connection to, for example, cloud hubs, IoT hubs, event grids. So that means companies are more and more getting services into the cloud, and they want to use it more and more. And we want to connect to standard cloud hubs so that there is more opportunity with Symbio, also the 365 services. And so that gives us the possibility to come up with a lot of new ideas and to be flexible. So that means we more and more come up with software as a service services. And if you are still work, for example, on premise, you can also come up to us and get in a discussion with us what it means for you, what could be the opportunity and the possibility. Okay. So on the roadmap, again, there was a little bit of high level, but there are similar topics now on the list. So you see, for example, the enhanced searching filtering that was also on the roadmap 2018, and the integrated, or for example, the integrated Elasticsearch was also a point. So we are working at the moment on these topics. The graphical process content comparison is one part. We come up with the digital document next version, where there are new ideas, there are improvements on this. So this is also in place, and also we embed Power BI. That means you have the possibility in the cloud to use Power BI really completely embedded in Symbio. And also the idea is to establish a Symbio visual inside Power BI. So then you can use Power BI, for example, without Symbio, have the process flow in Power BI and analyze the process flow inside of Power BI, or more processes, not only one process. So yeah, the reactivation of the process cost analysis is an important point. Then the interaction with process mining, that goes with the Power BI embedded. Then establishing the Symbio Business Hub. So the idea is in the future to use also Azure services, standard services, very, very common services, to adapt our interfaces to these platforms. That gives you a really, really nice opportunity. And for us, it's a really a future base for this. And we also at the moment thinking about, not thinking about, we already have a concept for the new user interface. So yeah, there will be a change this year. I'm not sure if we do a complete new interface or if we enhance our existing interface, but this we will see what will be the result from a dev refinement. So on the other hand, we are going also from the permission. We know the permissions, there are still some new requirements to enhance the permissions, and I would say thanks for the customers, for the early customers that helped us to find also the new points and the new requirements to enhance it and to improve it. And on the other hand, also the variant management. So we also know there are some limitations, and we would like to have the best variant management in the market, and we are very good, but we are not brilliant. And so our goal would be to have a really brilliant variant management. So also the concept is clear. It's only a part of implementation. So that means also we want to enhance the standard dashboards and reports that should be part everywhere in the tool. It's not like that we have a separate page. So we would like to have the dashboards related to the architecture, related to a process model, related in a fact sheet, and all the parts to integrate more and more dashboards. For example, think about, you see the world map, you click on the world map, you see all the processes that are related to this location or to the organization. So that means we would like to get more and more nice dashboards inside of Symbio and enhance it with the standard dashboards and reports. The next one is the extended the cloud capabilities and services. I think that's important, and I already talked about. So there are a lot of nice new possibilities. The task management will be definitely a complete also new feature, new environment where we are going. So that means we are coming more and more up with the daily business. We want to get people more and more into the tool, also the viewer that they do a little bit more, that they can manage the task, get an overview, get a task board management about this. So that will be one focus of this year and next year. Sorry. Yes, that's also for the employees, the workflows. And so that means we are also coming up with more and more this IMS integration. Okay, there are more points, but I see my time is a little bit running, and so I would like to go further on. So some detailed slides. So we share the slides. I don't want to go into the slides for all the information. So that's the SAP Lifecycle DevOps. That means project and operation for us. That means also from an IMS perspective, the same. We have a project, we go into operation, we have a continuous improvement, and we optimize our situation. So that's very important to get this cycle closed. And I think from a SAP perspective, we have a wonderful situation. We are in a good cooperation with SAP directly. We have brilliant customers. For example, we are also in a SAP HANA cloud project at the SAP HANA project at the moment from a customer, and it's also very nice to see to get the interaction between Symbio Solution Manager, and that's still a lot of effort. There's a lot of challenges at the moment, but we believe when we are through these challenges, we will have a wonderful tooling, and Jira is also one part of it. And for example, SAP enable now for the e-learning. So that makes it to a nice suite, and I'm sure all the people, all the companies that focusing on SAP and going to the new project, SAP HANA projects, they would like to use it so that you can reuse what you've done and to optimize continuously your application infrastructure. That's the same for Microsoft. So we are a partner of Hitachi Solution, And yeah, so for us, it's a very nice cooperation, because we developed together, or based on XReach, the collaboration suite that Symbio is collaborating with SharePoint on this. And yeah, we are also focusing on Azure DevOps now. And so that means we're not only focusing on SAP, we're also focusing on Microsoft. So that gives us the opportunity to use or to reuse from both worlds the best practices, to bring it together and come up with new solutions. On the other hand, the integrated management system, there are some ideas on the slides. So we believe we get more and more robots into the system. For us, at the moment, on the left side, you see the holistic business model is very important. We need a worldwide IMS platform. So permission is a very important point, and not only a permission on a process model, a permission on each object. So that was a big change in the last year. And we improved this permission this year. So we come up with a more and more worldwide platform only on one database. So that's very important. And yeah, so the semi-automated maintenance and the integrated IMS workflows, I think, are very important things in the future. And also the digital web templates to leave the original documents in Word or in other formats. Yes, so that means, and then we come up with more robots, and the idea is to robotize the continuous improvement. And yeah, I'm not sure if all will happen on this road, but for us, it's the integrated management system and for the goal to reach, it's the self-driving integrated management system. It's a very, very, a wonderful future. So there will be a lot of interesting things to do, and a lot of new technologies are coming up. Okay, stakeholder engagement. So I gave you a good overview now from what we are planning, and if you have further more questions, then please come up to us, and we do it in a direct cooperation. What will be the details behind? Yeah, stakeholder engagement. I think it's a very important point. We have a lot of discussion about when we are establishing features, and we want to have a more transparency, more cooperation, more integration. That's not easy. So from a one point of view, there are expectations, and when I have a feature in my mind, I dream on it, I think what I can do with, and then I come up to the development and people say, how you want to do this, and have you thought about the impacts, and what is going on with the performance, what is the risk behind? So there are a lot of things to think about, and it's not like easy to say, I write down a sentence, this is my requirement, and behind the requirement, there are a lot of detailed information, there are a lot of connections, and there are a lot of interfaces, or a lot of impacts. So for us, it's very important to have our stakeholders, and our stakeholders can change the priorities and through an investment on a feature, on an epic. We've done this now more than 2 years, and but it's it's a very important point. We are not doing it as for one customer. It's for Symbio. We're doing the development for Symbio, and it's a big change if you work together with a big enterprise and they say, okay, we support, we invest, we want to have this feature. They want to release the feature. They want to be say, okay, this in a way that I like it, or I like it not in this way. So that means, sorry for this. So that means there are some discussions about. So for the stakeholder perspective, there's a big benefit because the investment of all other customers goes into the product, and that the market develops the product. And so now we want to select more and more the knowledge carriers of other knowledge people from in the company to take them with on the complete process. I have another slide for this, and but it's very important to manage the expectation. So in between, in the development phase, there are some limitations, and we have to decide should we go this way or this way? So, and therefore we want to integrate more and more our stakeholders. So that's very important for us. We are not doing the features for one customer. Also, if they are investing in it, we are doing it for the market. So that means the sovereignty of the implementation and the release lies on PNZ. That's very important. And we try our best, believe us. It's not easy, but yeah, there's a lot of work in the background. So for us, it's a very important point that we have only standard product and functionalities. And we believe if you want to survive in the market and if you want to develop further on, then you have to do this, then you have to have a standard product. And we want to manage the expectation with individual stakeholders. And this is important for us. And the idea behind this to have faster changes, new features, we want to come up from a product release to a feature release in the future. So that means each feature would be after the feature is released, it will be implemented and deployed into the solution. So yeah, how it looks like, the idea. So that's the experiment that we are going into this year. We want to get the stakeholders on our process, on our end-to-end process. That means we go into a feature refinement. Normally, we don't have a customers inside our feature refinements. Then we come up with a dev refinement. That means the stakeholder, the business expert and the customer contact person and one or two people from the development team are coming together to do a dev refinement. So we get challenged from the development, they ask us questions, and then we decide on our ideas and prioritize the features and the details of the features, the tasks, what is the first implementation, what is the next implementation, and how does this work? So, and another one is then the development collaboration. That means if a developer has a question inside our tools, inside Azure DevOps, this is our development area, our development operation area, we will have the stakeholders in it. So that means the business expert from our side and you as a stakeholder part of it. So it could be possible that the developer is contacting you and asking you, what can we do? And we try to collaborate. Then you have the chance to come up in a review, in an internal review. And we establishing at the moment an environment where we have a test environment, early beta Symbio cloud environment, where you can see after a sprint, a small finished product to have a first look on it, to get a first feeling. And at the end, we come up with a release, and the release is also the team. So that means we have an end-to-end team for each feature. So it's also in the past, we had the product owner was inside and the customer colleague was inside, then a project member from the project team was inside, and there was a lot of discussions, and sometimes also people changed. So this is not the idea. We want to have an end-to-end team that works on one feature. So that means we want to balance the expectation, and we want to decide together with the stakeholder. And now, if you are part of the process, you will see there are a lot of difficult questions that comes up and a lot of difficult decisions. So, but it gives you the idea at the end, and we have a better collaboration, and hopefully the product and the features are better and fit more to the expectation of the stakeholder. So that's the idea, and I hope if you like, so there are a lot of also some effort. That's your part. So you can also say, I will be part of a feature refinement, and I will first have a look when in the review. That's also possible, but from an expectation level, it would be nice to keep on going with the complete team. So this is the idea. That's an experiment, and but I believe, and we believe internally, that's a good way to go forward and to go to the right direction. So, yeah. So I'm finished.